This is Pumpkin Creek Primitives. I'm Bobby. This is Flosstube number 96. It is November 13th, 2022, and this is a channel about cross stitch, my website, and always a fur baby or two. Although I think he's sleeping somewhere, so maybe not. I hope you enjoy. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you've had a great past 2 weeks. I've had a busy and slow. I don't know if that makes any sense. So I have noticed, since I know I'm always complaining about the red in my cheeks, it's the heat off my light. When I've been stitching for a long time, because like I'm looking down the magnifier of my halo light and there's, you know, it gets a little warm. That is what's happening. I'm getting warm while I'm stitching. So yeah, so I'm not fine. Like, it's cold in here. I've been under a blanket and I come in here and I'm like, God, why is my face so red and warm to the touch? So it's that daggum lot. Okay, so let me just, even though I'm not going to show her yet, let me just start off and let you know I did not finish Electra. It should piss me off. So, she's not in timeout, but she got put in timeout yesterday. So, I'll explain that when I get to her, but just wanted to give a heads up. Okay, so let me start off talking about my plans, just because I was talking about it last time and I knew that I wanted to do something different than what I did this year, which was touching all my whips, which I did and completed. It's amazing. Yay, yay. So I want to do no new starts. So that being said, there are some starts that are already planned, so I will have to have those. And one of them is a January 1 start, which is actually, I brought her this time. Oh, I'm starting to feel dizzy. If I start leaning in this video, I'm sorry. So, on Zamia's birthday, me, her, and Fawn of Sanctum Stitching, is, look at Siri trying to tell me something. It's stupid. Hold on. Okay, she went away. So we are starting this, which is Cathedral Woods Goddess by Nora Corbett. So this will be my second Nora Corbett. And I've got all the specialty threads and the beads. I just got to figure out fabric. And I had a fabric in here that I was going to show you guys today. It's 18 count, not going to work. And I'll be honest, I may go 14. So I may have to find me something and get a piece ordered, so make sure it gets here in time. Because I don't have much 14 count. Believe it or not. Did I just drop something out of here? Hope not. Yeah, so it was an 18 count I put in here, and I was like, you silly. That doesn't work. And I noticed how tight the beads are in Electra, and she's on 16. I need to do 14. I think it'll just make the stitching and everything just easier. So I'm going to do that. So, ADD moment, sorry. These were 2 patterns that I showed last video that you guys have a chance to win. They're freebies that I wanted to do a giveaway. But there wasn't very many people that commented. So I don't know if just people just didn't want them or not that many people watched or I don't know. So I want to leave it up for another 2 weeks. So please go back and watch last week's, or not last week's, 2 weeks ago. So the 10/30, the day before Halloween, October 30th video. So you can find out what the secret word is, and you have to put it in the comments on that video. Don't comment on this video, that video. Again, for winning stuff, you got to be over the age of 18 so I can legally ask for your address. And don't put win or giveaway or prize or any of that in the comments, because then the bots start coming in and taking up all our stuff. So we don't want that. Okay. That was a little housekeeping in the middle of my plans. So we have Zamia's birthday is definitely a planned. Whatever Widgie Stitchers Sal's going to be is definitely a plan. And I had put Autumn Lane's new Sal, but I haven't even started the current one because I just got my fabric. So obviously no new starts doesn't mean no new buys. So I will probably definitely buy the Autumn Lane, but I don't think I need that slot for a start. Watch, it'll be so fabulous and I'll be mad, but that's okay. It's okay. I need to finish the ones I got, right? So, so technically that is 2 planned right now. And then I've got a third, which me and Zamia are going to have a new start at Steel City Stitcher Retreat. So that is a 3rd start. And then the 4th start will be at StitchCon. Zamia, Fawn, and I are all wanting to start something that will take a year to finish at the following StitchCon. So I will need 4 slots, and my next plan of action is I have to finish. If I finish, I earn a start. So I need to write this out because I know this is not what y'all want to see, but plans of new starts. And the fluffy thing that normally shows its butt is over here like trying to make eye contact with me, and I'm trying to ignore him so he doesn't jump up here. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. And then StitchCon. I'll explain more about the StitchCon because I don't know if I remember last video if I ever talked about that we were starting one now, because we've already picked that one that will finish this upcoming StitchCon. So, yeah. And then finish to earn a new start. Perfect. So I got 4 slotted new starts. And because I don't need a birthday new start, because I'm just going to stitch on Templar Prophecy by Long Dog. So, yeah. Now, for those, I was trying to debate last time whether me being, that was when I have a new start a quarter plus the 4 slots, whatever. And that, you know, that would have been like 8 new starts for the year. And I was like, I don't know if that's really a challenge. It is, because I counted up how many new starts I had for 2022. Not counting, because I started 2 that I told you guys I was going to start to have before the end of the year. Not counting those. Counting just random new starts that happen throughout the year, not these planned ones for this upcoming No New Start event. I had 23 new starts in 2022. We still have a month and a half. Now, in that month and a half, I will definitely probably start the ones that I pulled. So there won't be adding to that number because they're planned. So I'm not counting those. I'm trying to just be fair to myself of how many organically that I just started on a whim. 23. So if I have only 4 new starts planned for the year, and then I can earn myself, let's just face it, I don't finish anything. So hopefully that'll give me a little push. It is going to be a challenge. 23. I'm crazy. 23. Now, if I am forgetting something, in these 4 that I listed, if there is something else out there, I know I mentioned the Lola Crow, but like I said, I haven't finished the library. So again, no new starts don't mean no buy. So I can still buy all the things, just can't start it. Which I'm really good at collecting anyways. And I won't have a Halloween start, but you know what? I got 50,000 Halloween patterns already started. So, you know, I'll just work on one of those. So this is being said so that if anybody says, hey, do you want to start someone with me? And I say I can't, don't be upset. Because I am the person, if you ask me to start something with you, I 100% always start. Hence why I have so many whips. But, yeah. I'm not going to do the ornament exchange for StitchCon, or not ornament, the small project. So I don't have to worry about having a slot for that. I can't think of anything else. So I know Steel City last year, they had a little pattern that you were to finish like before you got there, and they did a finishing. Oh, sorry. I don't know if they're doing that this year. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys have made plans with me that I have forgotten, put it below so I'll remember. Now, my dreaming of doesn't count because I think it will roll until the new year because it's not my project I'm starting on. So it's not a new start. They are ongoing projects. That is the only round robin I'm involved in, and I'm not jumping on board with any other ones. So I think we're good. So it was 10 minutes of chit-chat. I didn't write. My notes literally just says, had 23 new starts so far in 2022. That is as far as I got with my notes. And so I don't have other things that I wanted to talk about on here, which is not good. This means I am very unprepared. I mean, am I ever prepared? I'm always looking out the window. Yeah. So we'll see if I can remember. Maybe not. Okay, so let's do haul. Oh, before I do haul, part of the reason somebody had suggested it about the earning a new starts, which I thought was awesome. So that is going to add one more thing to my new starts for this year that I want to get started so I can work on them next year. I want to do these so bad because I have no monthly stuff, and all my monthly were like the cottages from Country Cottage Needleworks, and I'm just kind of, I mean, they're cute, don't get me wrong. I'm just not in love with them as much anymore, but I am a huge Quaker person. Love them. And I love this series. I got the last few, my last little haul. So I need to start January. And I mean, what a beautiful one to start. I need to start January before the end of the year. And then I can't start February till I finish January. And so that will serve that purpose to be able to roll those. And so that works great. And I think it was actually Kelly from Running with Scissors, or Don't Run with Scissors. I just made her channel completely opposite. Not running with scissors. Don't run with scissors. I think Kelly is the one that suggested the earning, and somebody else may have too, but suggested the earning starts, and I liked it because it also motivated. It should motivate me. If I want to cry because I can't start something, I need to go find a whip that's almost done and knock it out. All right, haul. I'm going to take these out of, you're going to have crinkly, but again, they started using scissors, so I can't have these already just taken out. So this is Fortnite fabric, my fabric of the month, which I'm actually surprised I don't have my Stitch Me, because I normally feel like I'm showing all their fabric at the same time. This one's Happily Ever After. It is a beautiful blue, very light modeling. It is a blue gray-ish, gray tones, but I feel like I see a hint of pink underneath, but very subtle. One of my favorite fabrics. And then the other one, these are all 18 count, is Madagascar. So it is a beautiful purple brown. It's got a little bit of modeling in it. It is way more purple than brownish, but I don't know how to describe it. It kind of looks like the milk after you've eaten a bowl of Cookie Crisp, because the chocolate, the brown chips turn your milk a little color, but it's like a purpley brown. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I've got to get these on my comic boards. Oh, I know something else I want to talk about. Okay, that's all my haul. Isn't that? Yeah, that's it. Feels odd that I don't have a gazillion piles. I mean, it's good, but it feels odd. All right. Well, I did good till I didn't do good. So this one that I got in Athena's little box of horror, is it a little box of horror? Am I just making shit up at this point? Little horror box. It's the trick or treat, and I got the trick box. That part I do know. And from the Black Needle Society, and Athena helped curate this one. Oh, and my shirt's from that. Well, that's perfect. That's from Athena. So this one is by the Witchy Stitcher, and it's Stephen King house. And I've been taking this to work because I was getting burnt out on Supernatural. It's okay. I swapped one witchy for another witchy, so she won't be offended. I mean, Meg doesn't watch me, but I'm just saying she would not be offended that I got a little slowed down with one of them. Okay, so this is on 18 count Space Rock, and I worked on it. Like I did real good, and then I did real bad. So, oh, I started this. Is that true? I only started this before my last video. I guess so. But yeah, it's on Be Stitch Me Space Rock. It's a Halloween start with Athena, but I still don't even know if Athena started hers because I'm so far behind on Flosstube. I go through phases, guys. I go through where all I watch is Flosstube. And then I go through like months where I'm watching true crime and horror stuff on YouTube. I'm terrible. But that is where I'm at. I know Whitney from Three Trail Stitcher, and I say this every episode, go watch them. They, Whitney's got, I mean, most of her roof is like all colored. Mine's just still the background. Although my the floss finally came in, so I can add more color to it, but I'm on a roll with I just didn't feel like stitching at work this past week. It does it sometimes. It's like if I get real stressed out at work, I don't want to stitch. I just want to eat. So yeah, and this amazing bag was by Linux Stitches. So, all right. Oh, I do have another haul. I just can't open it yet. From Forbidden Fiber Co. Holiday Express. It's an advent. And I tried to sneak peek. And you can't. It's all pretty. So I was like, well, I'll just leave it alone. And I'm going to open that December 1st. Speaking of which, right now she's got another treasure trove box on sale, and it is true crime. I bought it, of course. You should go check that out. Forbidden Fiber Co. All right. So now on to Electra. So, see, what happened was I got a little distracted. So, after probably 2 years, year and a half of being part of the Music City Stitchers online Facebook group, and it's a, stitch and chat. They go to this library that's not too far from where I live, and one Saturday a month, and they all sit around for about 6 hours and snack, chat, stitch. And it's ran by, or one of the people is Ryan Mack of Wild Violets. She's a designer. And the other person that I know helps out, there's 2 people. Sarah helps her out a lot. Sarah's not a designer, but she helps with the functioning. And then another person, and again, I'm talking out because I don't fully know because I've only been to one. I think Brittany of, I'm gonna mess it up because I didn't look it up like an idiot. Is it Imaginarium? She's the one that designed, she's got dragons and she's got the felines that I've got in my shop, and she's got the most amazing, she did the familiars. Am I saying that right? This is where I crash and burn. It was a stitch along with the witches familiars. That's right? It was gorgeous. Actually, I think I have it in my shop. Gorgeous. So Brittany was there also. So I got to meet a bunch of lovely ladies, and it was my first time ever going to any type of thing like that outside of StitchCon. And well, I mean, I guess technically we went in February. I mean, it was a very small one, but this was like me going into a room. I had met Brittany before briefly at Market. I had met Ryan briefly at Market. I don't even think I got to talk to Ryan at StitchCon. I know Sarah the best. Sarah wasn't there. I've talked to Sarah the most because I got to talk to her at Market and StitchCon. And she just wasn't there for that one. But, so I went in and I didn't know anybody. And I left being like, I told my husband, because I left at 2 o'clock. So I got there at 10 a.m. and left at 2. I think it's over at 4. I told Chad, I said, the next meeting falls when you're off work. I'm staying the whole time. Just heads up. He's like, okay. And I was like, because I didn't want to leave at 2. I was having an amazing time. Met a lot of fabulous women, and they brought, there was like this Bestitch Me war. Not really. but people had brought Bestitch Me fabric because Brittany actually traveled there to Brandy's shop and she got some. And then another lady there, and I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Everybody had name tags on, didn't look at a single name tag. I am the worst. She had won a bunch of fight nights, and so she had brought in a bunch of fabric she got, and so we got to look at the fabric, and it was all just gorgeous because, me, I love Bestitch Me. So it was amazing. All that to say, towards the end when I was there, I was stitching on Electra and I jacked up her beads. So, not blaming the Stitchy group, just blaming me running my mouth, which I know how to do great. So I've got about 10 beads I got to take out, and I just didn't have it in me to do it yesterday when I got home or today because I'm mad. I mean, so here she is. She's getting, and she still has no face. But I started doing all these, and I've got a couple beads off over here, but I got to take out about 10 beads or so. But she's looking amazing. She is popping off this fabric unbelievably. Still, I'm still debating on the face. I just can't figure out how to do it. I was thinking of going ahead and doing her face stitched as the stitches show, but in a bone color. And then trying to figure out if I could put a black work veil on her face versus a 3D veil. Because on the 3D veil, they had just said put a veil on her. And I was thinking, oh, well, if I could then I could attach it with beads and it could be 3D, but then I was like, mine would probably stick straight out or up, and I don't think I'd get it to lay right. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I can stitch a veil if I can figure out how to do a black work, but I don't know if it'll interfere with this guy right here, this little vine. I just don't know. I don't know. But I'm loving her. I want to get her done. She's so close. I don't have that many more beads to go, but now I gotta backtrack on the beads. And I've not backtracked on beads before, so I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've decided I don't want to go green. Just because I'm afraid I will never be happy with the green I pick. So there's that. So yeah. And so I just don't know. I gotta figure out. Oh, I'm stitching that on 16 count Anubis by Under the Sea Fabrics. And like I said, I think I'm gonna do Cathedral on 14. Just because the beading, it's a little, it fit like 18. I understand why you can't use 18 because there's no way in the world you'd got those beads on 18. 16, they fit, but they're a little squishy and a little hard sometimes because the way you're putting them on, like I have to dig to be like, oh, there's a stitch missing there. Okay. I mean, a bead goes there, but it's hard to tell sometimes. So that's how I got off count. But it's fine. She'll be fine. Not going anywhere. Now, so the next one I think I had as a new start. I don't even know if I counted her in my new starts. But she was a new start for Halloween. I showed last time by Tiny Moderist, the Stitch Witch. And this was me and Zamia and Fawn all started. Fawn didn't start this particular pattern, but and you need to go watch her and her husband's channel. And I don't know when they're gonna put another video out, but I know they got big news. I'm not gonna share it because it's not my business to share, but it's exciting and I'm so proud of her. Okay, and also good thoughts and vibes to Wally, their cat. It's going through some stuff. Okay, so I got in a few more stitches on this. I have no idea where this was at. I think I had part of this, and I think I finished this and put that in from last time I showed this. I'm not sure, but it says I stitched on it on Tuesday the 1st, so that was after my video. So, and this is on Volcano Stitching. Volcano Stitching.
Here's the plot synopsis.
I don't need a plot synopsis. Volcano Stitching. It's 18 count. I don't think she didn't number this. This is one of those that was, I got it in a Halloween box or whatever. But her fabric is beautiful. I love it. Oh, I forgot my black thread. All right. Now, this is a new start. It was in my stack though, so it's not, Yeah, I started this on the 6th. Okay, so this is the Queen of Hearts All Force embroidery. This has a ton of specialty stitches, which I did not realize because I do not read. So there's that. I have not done any of the specialty stitches yet. They have it seems like they have very good instructions on how to do them though, so that's good. But I am doing this on, which I think I showed y'all before the plans, 18 count Ada. It's Stonehenge by Be Stitch Me. And you can't see my start very well. I will say that. I think it's fine in person, but you can't tell. Well, you can see the bumpies on camera, but does not look. It looks more like Braille. It doesn't look great there. I mean, it'll be fine. I think when stuff starts getting filled in, it just looks a little odd. But in person, you can see it just fine. So I was afraid maybe I went a little too dark, and that was the color I was afraid of. But I think it'll be fine. I think it will be fine. It doesn't even look, in the camera, it doesn't even look like the color. The color is variegated. It's, that pretty blue. It's a blue-gray. So I've got the start that I needed on that. And that was just so I could work on it next year. And I don't know, I may have picked a too dark a color. We'll see. If I started it now, and if I change my mind next year, it's fine. Restarts don't count. Okay, and then, so, yep, the next ones I have are new starts too. Now, this I think is counted in my 23 new starts. I think. But, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Woo. Okay. This is, it feels like it's midnight. It is 6 o'clock. So, I feel like this is like, I feel like all I'm doing is like, Fawn, Zombie, and I feel like it's like, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Okay, so we are starting this pattern. Look at those ghosties. They are the cutest things ever. It is a lot of backstitching, but it's okay. This is called The Haunted House, and it's designed by Ina Ignatova. And I found it on Etsy. Yep. So, if I can get this back in here. Stitching it on 18 count Night Sky by Be Stitch Me. And this start is to get a head start because me, Zombie, and Fawn all wanted to have something that we were stitching the same, that we could go ring the bell together at StitchCon. I think I talked about that briefly last video. And we decided on that piece. And here's where I'm at. So this is gonna pop so good. And that's not even, back stitching's not even in yet. When the back stitching goes in, whew, it is gonna look so good. I may have to have this as one of my, as my shot for my thumbnail, because it looks so good. Now I will say this blue on the screen is showing up maybe a little brighter. It's a little, maybe a little darker, but that's pretty close. That is pretty close. So yeah, it looks good. I'm loving it. So that was how much I got started, because we have till June, but again, I gotta keep this close because I've just done, oh, this to this pumpkin. So I still have that big middle part to do on the other side. And this took me two days working on it. So totally doable. I just don't, I gotta make sure it's in my face somewhere, because you know what happens. Something gets out of my eyesight and then I forget about it. Not on purpose. Just happens. So, had that start. And I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna look so good. And then my other new start was one that I did show you as part of my plans. And it's Lola Crow, Looks Like a Murder. And I had the Stitch Me. Oops, I only got one head done. This is what I did at the majority of the time at this. Okay, this is what was out at the stitching group. I don't want to say I stitched the majority of the time because I talked the majority of the time. This is on 18 count Heat Wave or Heat Waves by Stitch Me. So I started this yesterday, and I did this new start to celebrate me going to my first stitchy group. And I got just a head started, but you can tell it's a crow. So yeah, and ignore my needle minder there, but yeah. So I think it looks so good on this fabric, and this fabric does not, it looks more pinky or corally on there. It is way more orangey in person, but I think it looks fabulous. So I'm excited about that, and I will hopefully get to continue. And it's an easy one to take with you. What am I trying to do here? Why are you not wanting to fold the way I want you to fold? It's one that's easy to take to something like a Stitch and Chat, because I mean, it's one color in rows. So, all right. Last but not least, this is part of the 23 new starts, because I got this Friday, or yesterday, and then I started today. So this is a Patreon exclusive by the Witchy Stitcher, and it's the Mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas, and it says, horrible Christmas is what it says. So I love him, and I like how she's got him here where he doesn't have the saying, but I'm gonna have the saying. He's not, I did pretty good today. This is also on an 18 count Stitch Me. Brandy, you should start sponsoring my channel. 18 count Stitch Me, Eye of Newt. And this is what I worked on today. And I know this color is probably not going to come across, because it is lime Grinch green. But, oh no, it does come across. Oh, it's not wanting to. There it goes. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So maybe I'll do him. Maybe he'll be my start, or my thumbnail. What am I trying to say? My start. Yeah. He looks awesome. Love it. So I did some of his back stitching in his face and his eyeball, his teefies. But I've got his whole collar to go, and the woods. But yeah, I mean, it's not, I think I'm gonna take it to work, because I think I could finish it this week. I say that, and then I don't know why. Why do I say that? Because that definitely means that it's not gonna happen. That's what that means. I have just ensured that this is not gonna get finished this week. All right, it's fine. Okay, so that is it for the stitching. I did want to say I got, obviously, you know, I don't wear makeup, but I got some capillaries, little busting capillaries, and that's also why, like, this is part of, you know, it gets red, and that's what's the mild rosacea or whatever. But I got on Facebook, got invited to a Facebook party about this makeup. It's called Saint Makeup, and it's very 5-minute makeup, low-key, looks very natural, whatever. And I was watching tons of YouTube videos about it before I decided if I wanted to make a purchase in the party, and I made a purchase. I do not have the makeup yet, obviously. So, we may be experimenting with the makeup. So, don't know how fast it comes. So next video, I may be all made up for you ladies and hopefully gentlemen. I'm excited. I don't wear makeup. I mean, most of the makeup I have needs to be thrown away because it's from my 20s. It's MAC. And then I think at my wedding, I bought Bare Minerals. So, and that was, I don't know, what, 8 years ago. My makeup is no good. So, yeah. So I got these, it's got some bronzer, and it's got contour stuff and some highlights and some brightening and illuminate. I don't know all that shit. I'm so makeup dumb. But I know the lipstick's also the cheek stuff, so it should be interesting. It's all cream. It's cream based because apparently mature skin does much better with a cream base than powder base. So we shall see. Yeah. So that'll be something new and exciting. If I can figure out how to put it on. A little nervous, but it's okay. It's okay. It's something new. Something new. So today on YouTube, while I was stitching, what I was watching on YouTube, I discovered a new channel called, his name is John, Jon, Solo, S-O-L-O. And it's great because his tagline is John shot first, which I think is hilarious. With his name being John Solo. So if you know, you know. So Star Wars joke. But he does these origin stories. I found him because I was gonna do Bloody Mary, because I bought that. I thought it was still up here. It's not. I bought that pattern. I thought, oh, that would be really fun to talk about that urban legend on my channel. And then I tried to find, and everything I was reading and finding are all contradicting each other. And some are saying that, you know, it has to do with Bloody Mary, which was Queen Mary, Elizabeth I, half-sister. And I don't think it has anything to do with her. And then other people like Mary, Queen of Scots, it definitely don't have nothing to do with her. And then people were talking about that had ties to this Japanese folklore or urban legend around World War II. It was like, we don't know. People can just say, we don't know. We don't know where it came that young girls or kids would go into a bathroom and turn the lights off and say Bloody Mary 3 times into a mirror, and something bad was supposed to happen. You would get it scratched, or you would see her in the mirror or whatever. But the one thing I did that was that this John guy talked about that I thought was pretty interesting is somebody did a study about staring in mirrors, because mirrors have so much lore to them, like, you know, all through history, and some pretty interesting lore, and of course portals to other worlds. Like, and I'm one of those where you don't put a mirror on the ground. I mean, there's not a lot of things I believe in, but there's something about that makes me go, you know, I'm not sure that that's true, but I'm not really wanting to test that theory. So every time you see, because I work for a real estate company, so anytime I'm watching anything and there are these beautiful houses and there are these, you know, now the big thing is having that big ass giant full length mirror and they've got it sitting on the ground leaning against the wall. I'm like, nope. No, I'm not buying that. I wouldn't want to buy that house. Nope. They done opened a portal to God knows what. There are demons all up in there. No. So it was interesting that they did this study about the mirror and how if you stare at them, they made people stare at a mirror for like 10 minutes in dim lighting and how you can start seeing things. And it has something to do with what they think is like, with the dim lighting in our eyes, staring at the same thing, we start losing focus and it stops recognizing itself. And so it's the same thing as like when you stare into the dark, your mind starts making pictures out of nothing because it's trying to see something. And so it's along those lines. And I just found it very interesting. And then one other was they splashed water on the mirror when they did the Bloody Mary thing, which I hadn't heard of that. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to make you see stuff. Because you can imagine the water like dripping down and like it's just, distorts your face and everything. Yeah. So it was interesting, but I couldn't find anything solid enough to like try to convey the story to you guys. So I was like, oh well. So anyways, the John Solo guy though, he has a ton of stuff. Like I watch so much stuff. Will you stop? I watch so much stuff. Like just because his videos are like 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most. And so I just let him play one after the other. And I love that like he did a bunch of Princess and the Frog, the Frog Prince, whatever, Princess and the Frog. About the excuse me. About the characters he did, and he talked about Grimm's fairy tale and stuff, which is weird. Super dark. Not involve, oh gosh, sorry. Does not involve a kiss at all. She actually throws the frog up against the wall. But he's a super creepy frog. Wants to get in the bed with her. So, talks about that. He did a whole thing on Mary Poppins, and a lot of what he does is he takes some of Disney's stuff and compares them to the original work and like what was different and I'm sorry, how most of the original works of most everything that Disney has super dark. And so he has a bunch of those, and then and I watched a bunch of those, and then he's got one on each I think his series is like origins of random or whatever. And so he's got a video on each of the constellation / zodiac signs. So I watched the Aries one. It's pretty interesting. And then, what else was I watching? I watched the Sweeney Todd one. That was a 3-parter. Really good on the Sweeney Todd. And then, because originally the story is called String of Pearls, I think, or something about pearls. And it was an 11-part series in the Penny Dreadful magazines, which reminded me that I never finished the show Penny Dreadful, and I think I only watched like one episode, and so now I need to go back and find Penny Dreadful, whatever. I don't know if it was Netflix. I don't know what's on, but I gotta go back and find it, and I gotta watch Penny Dreadful. Anyways, so it was yeah. So the Sweeney Todd was really interesting. And the most shocking thing because I don't follow celebrities. I suck at all that stuff. And the most interesting thing I found was the Helen chick, and don't even know her full name, but she's the one that's the crazy lady in Harry Potter. She seems like the crazy lady. And then she's also, what else is she? She's in a ton of stuff, but she was in Sweeney Todd. I didn't know she's married to Tim Burton. Are they still married? Maybe they're not married anymore, but I didn't know that. And I love her. She's a fabulous actress, and I had no idea. So that's what I got out of Sweeney Todd. Got a little celebrity gossip. I'm so not in the know of anything. Not cool. So yeah, so if you're into like little short videos that talk about origin stuff, it was really good. Like he has a ton of Greek mythology on there. I watched a Wendigo today. I watched that one, which was really good and had a great story. He had this great story in it. So, Yeah, so John Solo, Jon space Solo. And then, like I said, his tagline is John shot first. But, so I've been watching that. I started The Boys, which is on Amazon. So good. I'm only like 5 episodes in the first season. It is absolutely a anti-hero story. So good. So good. Highly recommended. It's gory, but highly recommended. Yeah, it was great. And so I'm excited about watching that. And oh, I watched Buying, it's not Selling Beverly Hills. I think it's Buying Beverly Hills. And it's the Kyle chick from The Real Housewives, her husband, Mauricio. The agency, which is a real estate agency. And then he's got 2 of his daughters. One's a stepdaughter, but the other one's, it's Farrah and Alexia, whatever her name is, selling for him. If you love watching people show ginormous $45 million homes, it's a good watch. Like, the homes are just amazing. Yeah, there's the drama and all the stuff like there normally is in those type of reality shows. Because I watch Selling Sunset and stuff. But this is like, the houses are insane. They're so amazing. So, highly recommend that. If you like that kind of stuff. I'm not a reality show person, but I love those type of shows just because I love I love the houses. I love when they do the tour of the houses and stuff. And I don't think I've been watching really anything else. I've just been listening to, My Favorite Murder just did the Gwen Shamblin episode, which I thought was interesting. They just did that, considering that's my hometown cult, but it was really good. And then I was listening to Morbid a little bit, and Crime and Wine, I think, is the other one. So I was just listening to a few podcasts while I'm driving to work. I need to get back on the books. I have not gotten back to Salem's Lot yet. I need to. I've not. I've been, sometimes if I'm not feeling great with my ears and driving, the podcast, I don't have to focus as hard on them as I do the book and trying to pay attention. And so sometimes I feel like when I'm not feeling good, I'm finding it very hard to focus. So that's when I tend to go to the podcast, and then I'll come back to the books. But yeah, so I think that is it. Talked about my Stitchy group, talked about makeup. Anything else major happen? No, I need a vanity. I want to get a little makeup vanity for my bathroom, because I think I got a room to put a little vanity in between where the toilet's at, and in between the linen closet. There's a little wall. It doesn't have a plug, but I can buy one of those mirrors that, has a magnifying, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so, because currently when the makeup and stuff comes in, I'll just have to sit at the dining room table and put it on, because the lighting in our bathroom it's mood lighting. I mean, it is, you can see to brush your teeth, you can see to put your clothes on, you can see yourself in the shower, but you ain't seeing nothing up close and detailed. So I gotta get one of those lighted mirrors, and then I'll just sit at the dining room table to where I can sit down. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm gonna have to watch a lot of videos on how in the world to put the makeup on in the first place, but I think that's it. Like, that's not enough, but I think that's it. So, with me having as many projects as I had to show, it makes me nervous, because then normally what happens is the next time I have nothing to show. But we have Thanksgiving. I don't think I'm supposed to. Oh no. When's my next? So, this could go either way. So, hold on. Hey, I'm filming. I'm almost done. I sure will. All right, bye. I got a big old sigh. I was like, I'm filming. I'm almost done. He goes, it's not nice. Can you bring dog food when you come down? Yes, I can. He's outside with the dogs. I can hear him coughing on the other side of that window. Yeah, so my next video is supposed to be on the 27th. We will be traveling back from out of town. So I may have to do that Monday night. We shall see. Because it could go either way. Like I could, when we travel, I sometimes get in a lot of good stitching while we're away because I park my ass, because it's his family. I park my ass at the dining room table or at the counter and I just start stitching, and I can talk to whoever's doing whatever, but I'm stitching. So could go either way that week. But okay, well, I think that's it. I mean, obviously I gotta go get dog food for the doggies. Doggies are doing great. Everybody still loves each other, which is amazing. We believe that Gus's kennel is an automatic cleaner. We're not sure. You can put him in dirty and he comes out clean. It's the damnedest thing. I told Chad the other night when I let Gus in. I mean, his paw, I have a picture. I don't think you can tell really well from the picture because I was taking it in the dark. And I was there by myself. It's nighttime. And I said, Chad, you're going to have to deal with that in the morning. Like, I can't. Ooh, I realized something else I had. I was like, I can't. And so when I got him out in the morning, he was clean. I was like, I'm assuming he's cleaning himself like a cat. I didn't know corgis do that. So I told Chad, I was like, I think his kennel's an automatic cleaner. Just put him in, leave him in for a little bit, take him out, good as new. So it's washable. So that's good. I also got a new coffee machine. So I have the hardest time saying this word. I don't know why that word. Number one, it's not English, so let's just say I'll blame it on that. Not that I pronounce English words very well, but why I have a hard time with that, I do not know. Keurig. Anyways, it's the coffee maker with the pods. And I got the one that's got the milk frother, and it froths your milk. And it is amazing. And it hooks up to your phone, and you got recipes, and it tells you how to do it. So I've just been making vanilla cappuccinos with caramel in them. It's not really a caramel macchiato, but it's just, and so it's so pretty. And that froth, oof, got me some vanilla syrup I put in there. Oh my gosh. I am loving it. Loving it. Oh, so this is the makeup. This is how you have to put the makeup on. Which looks crazy, but then it all blends in and looks amazing. So, we shall see. Anything else crazy in here before we go? Nope. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go this time so that he doesn't get mad because I'm not down there with the food for the dogs. And it's freezing cold outside right now. We were like 70 earlier this week, and right now we are 33. I'm not liking it at all. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful 2 weeks. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We are hosting Thanksgiving Day, and then we are traveling the next Friday to go see his family in Kentucky and Indiana. So, like I said, hopefully I'll get some stitching done then. So, I may not have a video on Sunday evening, but I hopefully will have one Monday evening. So, all right. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday in between these 2 weeks, and I'll see you later. Bye.